I'm coming to you today barefaced. I wanted to show everyone how to put on foundation. I understand that some people do, some people don't, so stick around if you want to see how. Okay, so this is super easy. Yes, you know I love my Clinique Even Better foundation, but for this one I'm not going to be using that one because that's my favorite one. I'm going to be using my Play Around makeup. It's still pretty good makeup, not as good as my other one, but it's good. I'm going to be using Maybelline. It's the Fit Me makeup. I use number 240. So, of course, I'm going to use a foundation brush. It all depends on you, if you like your beauty blender, if you like your fingers, or if you like your foundation brush. Me, foundation brush gets everything on there evenly, and I can choose if I want my makeup to be full coverage, or I can choose if I wanted the light coverage. If you're a beauty blender, you're going to get full coverage all the time. And if you use your fingers, you may get a little streaky. So for me, this works best. Here's some quick tips about when you're choosing your foundation. When you're choosing your foundation, you want to make sure it doesn't have a big open hole like this. The reason why is because it makes the product very easy to get contaminated. So when you choose a foundation, make sure it has a pump or a squeezable applicator. It just makes it better and easier for your face. If it gets contaminated, it's going to start causing rashes, bumps, anything weird going on with your face. Second thing, always check the jar date. Now normally people come and they will come to Macy's, Dillard's, and Nordstrom's and Saks Fifth and buy from prestige lines like Clinique, Clarins, Lancome, and Estee Lauder. And the reason why is because the jar dates on the makeup is way longer than if you're going to a drugstore and buying things like Maybelline, Revlon, things of that nature. Now normally the jar date on prestige makeup is 24 months, which is 2 years. So if you're not using your makeup all the time, if you're every now and then type of makeup person, prestige makeup is really good for you because you won't have to worry about your product expiring before you use it all. Now with the Maybelline and things like that, those lines, their makeup normally expires within 12 to 18 months, which is roughly almost a year to a year and a half. So keep that in mind when you are picking out a foundation. And last tip before I start putting this on, make sure you have a powder. When you wear foundation, you will need the powder. Now of course, the foundation gives you full excellent coverage, but the powder is going to set the foundation. You can also use a setting spray. That's what you'll see me using today. What I mean by that is when you touch your face, if you do not have a setter, like a setting powder or spray, your makeup will come off. Or if your clothes touch your face, your makeup will come off. If your niece or nephew is playing with you, they'll pull your makeup off. The only way to make sure that that does not happen is by setting your foundation. So with this foundation, I just put a little bit in my top. To apply it, I'm going to be using something when I was brought into the makeup industry, it was called the fall method, which basically is just striping your face like so. And just what I did for this side, I'm going to do for this side. Now you see my makeup has a little more yellow pigment and things like that in it. The reason why is because I wear makeup every day. So my skin does not touch, the sun doesn't touch my skin at all. So to make sure my makeup matches the rest of my body, I have to make sure I pick yellow undertones and that is a little darker. Now you see all I did was I went towards the line, stripe, I need a little bit more, and I just blended it from there. Now if you like using your beauty blender or your hands or your brush, it doesn't matter, I like the brush. It makes my makeup go on a lot more evenly. And then it gives me a chance, unlike the beauty blender, to make my makeup nice and thin and natural, or to go full glam. For example, I have right here, I have a dark spot. That was from acne when I had a dog. He licked my face, things came. So what this brush allows me to do is this. In that one area, apply a little bit more makeup to cover it. Now you'll see I'm using a pat application. Remind you, this is a moderate coverage makeup, but I just turned it into full coverage by just patting my makeup on. You can do that if you have anything extra you want to cover inside your spot. But make sure you blend it out. You've seen I start off in a small area and it went into a bigger perimeter. And the reason why is because I wanted to make sure it matches everywhere. I also like to put on my eyes to have a little bit of dark circle. You ever notice? Another good makeup trick is that a lot of companies sell something called eye primer. Now, eye primer, yes, you can buy it. It does work. It does exactly what it's going to say. But here's the thing. You can use your foundation or concealer for the same exact thing. Now, of course, the concealer is going to be a way better to use than your foundation. But if you can't get to concealer and you only have your foundation, go ahead and use your foundation. But you can, all you would do is take your concealer, put a little on your eyelid, and then put the eyeshadow on top of it. It'll make the eyeshadow go on smoother, and it will hold the eyeshadow. They just found another way to sell concealer. So now that I have my foundation on, I am gonna go ahead and set it. Now you can set it with powder. You can set it with the setting powder, which is the same thing as a powder. Or you can use your setting spray. I like using the setting spray. And here's why. I use the one from Dermablend because a lot of them just makes your face wet. The ones from Dermablend and Urban Decay, they actually set your face. I used to use the one from Clinique. I liked it, but it was not made to set your face, but it did. So you can also use that one if you are a sensitive skin type. So this one, Urban Decay, like I said, if you are oily, you will hate it because it'll make your face look greasy. It'll keep the same look that I have going on in my face right now. If you're oily, people say that's greasy. I'm a dry skin type. I don't have enough oil. I think it looks perfect. So, check it out. It also helps when you're wearing like a pound of makeup. This will go back and make it look a little more natural. So just an FYI, I'm gonna fan a little bit with my little makeup brush case. That should set a little better. And that's basically it. Now I am gonna go back because of course everyone knows how to use concealer. You're gonna use concealer underneath your makeup or over your makeup. But a really good thing to do is to use it underneath the eye area. It will brighten your face up. It will create, basically, instead of it starting right here where people are looking at your dark circles or your bags or whatever, it will start it above and people are looking at your actual eye area, which is a complimentary area to most women or men. So I will take note of that. Just like you will with your beauty blender. Remember, some trends are just a hype. You can see how it just made me look a little bit more perfect. So from here to here. It's just a bit more perfect on this side than here. And that's just concealer doing what a concealer of course does. I always say pat it. Patting it's just gonna do a lot better. Like I said on here too. Now this specific one I use is Clarins. The reason why I use the Clarins concealer and I paid $33 for it is, once again, I have dark circles and they need that moisture. Normally when you have dark circles, it's either hereditary, which means it's in your genes, or it's from not having enough moisture around your eyes. So this has a little bit of moisture in it, and then it has that it has a reflection, so it comes out good in pictures as well. So that's why I use this one. Now normally, yes, I will use the airbrush one by Clinique. That one is so much easier. It just comes in a pen. Even when you're doing your brows, it just makes it easier. But when I need that little bit of extra coverage, I do go for this one. I don't like a lot of gunk under my eye. And, well, yeah, that's basically it. You do that, you're done. That is how you put on your foundation.